What's up, y'all? So today is very special. I've never done a video like this. First off, I've never set up around my table and whatnot and done a video. The only stuff that's on this channel is just music videos and stuff like that. But I can promise you, this is still music related. So I am not going to waste. I'm not going to waste time because I'm really excited. I have a box here. I have not opened it yet. It is fresh. I just brought it in from the mail 5 minutes ago. This box has CDs in it. So, if you did not already know, I, just within this past couple weeks, have the honor of being able to finally say that I have CDs available for purchase right now online. And when I say CDs, I don't mean the newest one or the last 2 CDs or something. I mean, I have albums 1 through 7 available for purchase right now. And not even just that, I also have a vinyl version of album 7, Darkness, from last year. You can buy that on vinyl right now too, which is just mind-blowing to me. I'm still comprehending this and still trying to grasp it, but I think this is going to help because what I have here is an order that I made last week of albums 2 through 7 because I didn't have 1 up yet. I needed to do some finishing touches, but I have albums 2 through 7 in here, and I'm going to open them right now and show them off, and I'm just so psyched about this. So I'm just going to dive right in. So this is it. Boom. I'm opening the box. First time. And if there's problems with it, then we're going to see right here, live on pre-recorded video. But prayerfully, there are no problems. I have some friends who are amazing and have actually already ordered a copy of Darkness themselves and have received it, and I have not heard anything negative, so that's good. All right. I'm opening the box. Again, this is I've not opened this yet. This is brand new. I haven't even seen them. I'm going to pull them out, but I'm not going to look yet. And go. Oh my gosh, man. Wow. They're saran wrapped and everything. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude. This is just insane. This is purely insane. This is awesome. So, I'll show you what I got. I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of this. So, 6 albums. Boom. So we've got Darkness. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to show them closer up in a second. I'll do some cool B-roll of them nice and close. So we've got Darkness right here, and it's got, my gosh, it's got the cover, it's got the back cover, it's got the track list. I mean, I photoshopped all this stuff together, so I'm not surprised about what's on here, but man, just seeing it in person is just so exciting to me. These are, the only albums I've ever had physically, just to give a little Searching Serenity history real quick, back when we were a full band, for our very first album, I did make very cheap, bought a pack of rewritable CDs at the store, burned them, took a piece of printer paper and printed our logo on it, and then did a weird origami fold thing to make a case out of it. It was real janky, but we were just starting out. I made those for free and just passed them out at shows. What do you do, right? And then with our second EP, Mortiferbearer of Death, back in 2016, we did actually do one single bulk order of 100 of those. Those were only in the little, what do you call them? Not even a jewel case like this. They were in the sleeve, which was still awesome. I regret to say I don't even think I have a copy of that anymore, unless I could somewhere. I'm sure I do somewhere, but I just don't know where it is. So to my knowledge, I don't have one anymore, but I don't know. But now I have them physically in jewel cases that are all individually wrapped. That's just crazy to me too. So yeah, so I'll kind of talk about it. So we got Darkness, 2022, 7th album, my most recent one. Super proud of this, super excited. Even just having the name and stuff on the binding. Oh my gosh, man. And then let's see, man, then 2021, going back a year, we got The Struggles of the Earthly Ones. I felt like I could say this about every album realistically. I could say this next sentence, but I feel like this one was definitely a big jump for me, kind of big in helping just to further define what I was trying to do, My biggest album is 13 songs, so that's pretty cool. Now, Darkness I released that on Apple Music and Spotify with all the instrumentals, so you could argue that that one is 19 songs and is the longest, but that's only because it had the instrumentals. it had 10 of individual unique songs and then just instrumental versions of those. So yeah, Struggles of the Earthly Ones, 13 songs, pretty cool in my opinion. And then going back to 2020, this was honestly, you know, I mean, 2020 was a bad year in many ways, of course, but there was some cool stuff that came from it too. And one of those cool things for me, I would say, is the fact that 2020 was the year more than ever that I really was able to get plugged into just the Christian metal community online. You know, so many friends that I have right now that I talk to on the regular, that I connect with on the regular, many other bands that I follow and enjoy on the regular, I met due to COVID, due to being online more, due to being more plugged into the Christian metal community and whatnot. So Isolation 2020 album or EP, huge step for me in that. This is also, fun fact, this is the first album where I released an acoustic song, which if you did not already know, you know, on this EP, I've got a song called Never Alone, and then so that's song 4, and then song 6 is Never Alone acoustic. Fun fact about it is I actually wrote the acoustic version first. I didn't even necessarily write it as a Searching Serenity song at first. I was just trying to write a worship song. But then actually 3 years ago, today, Friday, or well, today is Monday, but 3 years ago on Friday the 13th, March 13th, was the day that lockdowns began to be announced, basically. And within the course of about a week and a half, I finished this album that I had already been working on and decided that I wanted to do, I called it Isolation. I wanted to do it themed around isolation and just like the scary stuff going on at the time. So that's why I decided to use that acoustic song on this album, call it Never Alone. And then I ended up writing, sorry, I'm kind of going all over. The fun fact I was trying to get at is that I wrote it as an acoustic song, but then I ended up actually making a metal version of that acoustic song, if you can call it a metal version, a rock version, whatever you want to call it. So I know some people, it's like, you know, you have a song and then you do an acoustic version of that. This was in reverse. Kind of cool. So going back even further, so these, I'm going to kind of show these two together, honestly, because these kind of go hand in hand to an extent. In 2019, I released Revelation, The End. I'm trying to get it where the light's not doing that. So Revelation, The End, and just prior to that, like 8 months prior, I released Genesis, The Beginning. These two go hand in hand because I really kind of wrote these two as a dual album, concept album type thing, you know? I've got Genesis, The Beginning, and Revelation, The End, you know? Pretty self-explanatory. I wanted to basically just do something where I was talking about a bunch of biblical stories that related to basically Old Testament and then jump forward to New Testament. The kind of cool way that I tied it together in my mind, at least, is that on the end of Genesis, The Beginning, is a song called Bloody Memories, which is kind of like a telling of like Jesus and the crucifixion and what he went through. So that was meant to be kind of like the next step. Like, here's what the next album is going to be focused on, you know. Not to say that the album is more important than the story of Jesus, because that is the pinnacle of many things, but yeah. Anyways, two really important ones in my heart. And then finally, at least for what I have here today, is Mortiferbearer of Death. So, again, gonna say it, very important EP in Searching Serenity history, you know. The first one was important in many ways, primarily because it was the first. But this one was the first one that we did as a band that felt like a much more cohesive sound and a much more direct direction on what we are trying to do. Also, we got it. I've produced everything except for this album. So album 1 and then 3 through 7 and the Christmas albums, everything else I've produced. But this one, we did have a producer do, someone who definitely knew. His name was Kyle Hoffer, did a great job on it. We were very proud of it. I still am very proud of it, thankful for what he did. And man, I remember listening to these demos in 2015, 2016. Compared to my demos, my mind was just all over the place. It was just so cool. So to have this and all these others physically is just absolutely unreal. So I tried to really go crazy with like the artwork and stuff too, and just make it look really cohesive on all these. So man, so much hype, It's awesome. It's awesome. So yeah, links will be in the description for my digital store. These are being produced and sold through Kunaki. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It is kunaki.com. I will have the links so you can find them in there. If you have any trouble, obviously reach out. I respond to messages and emails as quickly as I can and the best that I can. So if you ever message me or something and I don't get back to you within a day or two, I haven't seen it. It's not intentional. I just haven't seen it. So I apologize. But reach out if you have any questions, concerns, or if you just want to talk, because I always enjoy chatting to you. But yeah, I am going to be ordering a copy of the first album as well now that that's up. And again, I also have a vinyl for Darkness up as well, which is crazy cool. I haven't ordered one of those, so at some point in the future when I get one, I'll do another video just to show that off. I'd even have a record player that I could play it on. That would probably be the first thing I play on it. But yeah. So if you want to pick one of these up, you can get them on the store. I think, in my opinion, they're pretty competitively priced. Everything except for Isolation is $10, and then Isolation is $7.50, and then there's like a $5 to $6 shipping fee on there. So less than $20 to order one of these. And if you do an order with multiple, it should be, under one shipping fee. So yeah. Very excited about this, and I say this a lot. I try to, at least, and I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I mean it when I say that I appreciate you and I appreciate the support that you give and that you show. This is a passion project. I'm not making a salary or a living or anything like that off of this. I'm doing this because I love music, I love Jesus, and I love getting to talk about him and showcase him through the gifts that he's given me. I just feel like I'm just paying it forward, paying it back, whatever. But I'm thankful also that people like you are willing to support me in that, not in a sense of glorifying me, but just in a sense of helping to allow me to continue do this and to know that, hey, there's people that are benefiting from this somehow. Some of the conversations that I've gotten to have with people are mind-blowing and just so humbling, and I'm just super thankful. So yeah. I could go on about that forever. I'm not trying to get all cheesy or anything like that. Man, I hope this hasn't been like covering my face the whole time. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that off for now. Covering my face, shadow, whatever. You can buy merch too. I have merch available. I should have said that. I have shirts and all that fun stuff. So, anyways, I'll put links for all that in the description. Anyways, thank you for who you are. Jesus loves you. I love you. Buy a CD. I've got a lot available.